As I channel today, I invite you to open your hearts so that you can discern if this information is for you. And as always, my intention is to be as pure and clear as possible without any of my personal filters or judgments.
Can you give us a protocol for healing ourselves?
Yes, dear ones. I thank you for asking this question, for there is much power in what I am about to share with you. Dear ones, it starts with your desire, intention, and commitment. You must desire to find your wholeness and to heal yourselves, not from the perspective of getting rid of a disease or being tired of dealing with a pain in your body. It must be from that soul desire of becoming whole, that which serves your ascension, that which serves the highest good. It must come from the desire to develop mastery in your physical being, in your thought form. Do you see the difference, dear ones? It is not to gain relief. It is to do the hard work and develop your mastery. This is a very important distinction, dear ones. And when you are in the place where you are truly and fully desiring your mastery and to find your wholeness, to remember your wholeness once again, this is when we can begin. I say we, meaning myself and you, dear one. There is an understanding that you must have. We have spoken about soul aspects and how you have many soul aspects, and each has an awareness in different realms and different realities. In order to remember your wholeness in this realm, in this human incarnation that your soul has chosen, you must call forth all of your soul aspects so that they can come into alignment with the soul aspect that has chosen to experience this human body. You must call forth these soul aspects and let them know that the aspect in charge of your human incarnation is the aspect in charge of them also. And in this way, you concentrate your power in your physical experience as a human being. When you have done this, dear ones, then you are ready to deal with each layer of your human incarnation. You have your spiritual body, your mental body, your emotional body, your physical body, your inner child. And some talk about other bodies, but for the purposes of this conversation, we shall keep it succinct. Let us speak about the spiritual body, dear ones. In some ways, it is very closely linked to the soul, but you could say that it has its own separate body. What you are dealing with here is mostly energy, dear ones. And so to claim healing for yourself, you must become a master of your energy. Providing protection for yourself when you are in lower vibrating environments. Getting enough sleep so that your energetic stores can be rejuvenated. Eating proper food that is in energetic alignment with your spiritual body. Let us speak about the mental body. In the last conversation, we spoke about thought forms. In order to claim your healing, dear ones, You must become a master of how you use your thoughts. Which thoughts will you allow to grow and become a creation in your experience? And which thoughts will you release and transmute? You may notice, dear ones, that there are those around you who have traumatic experiences. And you yourself may be much more free and clear of these experiences if you do not bring into your creation with thought forms experiences such as these. Oftentimes this channel will notice those around her bringing into their creation challenging experiences while she lives a beautiful life because she has cleansed her thoughts, so to speak, and in many ways has gained mastery over which thoughts she allows into her experience. She is not perfect, dear ones, but she has done much work with this. And you too can experience the lives that you desire, the health, the wholeness that you desire, by mastering which thoughts you allow into your experience to become creations. Many of you wish to have more prosperity, wish to have greater health, more energy. It is simple, dear ones. Bring more of these thought forms into your experience and feed them and grow them. Yes, there is more to the equation, but this is the mental body's job as part of this equation to claim your health. There is the emotional body, dear ones. This is a challenging one for those of you who are particularly sensitive, for it can become very confusing which emotion is yours and which emotion you are carrying for the collective. And so there is again this mastery that you must gain in order to find your wholeness and your health. This channel speaks about expanding the emotional range. What this means is you are okay with feeling deep grief and sadness. You are equally okay with experiencing great levels of true joy and happiness, for they are two sides of the same coin, dear ones. You cannot only experience joy, but there comes a time deep within your mastery where even if you are experiencing deep grief, joy is very close by, because you know that in feeling the deep grief, you are gaining mastery and trust in your emotional body. Many times in the past, dear ones, I have invited you to feel what it is you feel. Now is not the time to suppress emotions. Now is the time to open up your emotional body to its feeling. For when you become okay with any emotion, this is when your emotional body is balanced and you are able to use this part of the equation to claim your health. And now we shall speak about the physical body. Dear ones, something only shows up in the physical body if you are out of balance with your soul aspects or in your spiritual, mental, or emotional layer, or if your inner child is not fully healed and nurtured and loved. And so it does not matter what the disease or what diagnosis you might have. It is always the same. to bring into alignment all of your soul aspects, to balance your emotional body, to deal with your mental and spiritual layers, as we have spoken. It is very important, dear ones, to care for your physical body. For while you may understand that it is a temporary vessel for your soul, in this now moment, it is your sacred temple where your soul is housed. And so in order to experience healing and wholeness, you must deeply love and nurture and care for this precious physical layer of your being. Eating foods that are in vibrational alignment with your physical body. Resetting your physical body by going into nature. Drinking lots of pure water to release and cleanse your body from toxins. It is very important for you to develop a trusting relationship with your body. Many of you who are experiencing health challenges have lost trust and faith that your body will take care of you. This is not your physical body's role, dear ones. Its role is to communicate with you, to let you know where you might grow and gain mastery. And so you must flip this around and learn to trust yourself. And learn to trust that the messages your bodies are giving you the proper information you need for your mastery. Begin to exercise gratitude for your physical body. In this moment, dear ones, feel the beating of your heart. It is a miracle how your heart continues to beat for you, despite the abuse you have shown your body. It is a miracle how the blood continues to flow through your veins and arteries, providing nourishment and life to each cell, despite the food that you have fed it, despite the thoughts that you have against your bodies. It is time to learn how to nourish and love your bodies. Lastly, we shall speak about the inner child. The vast majority of you, dear ones, have experienced some kind of trauma, misunderstanding, separation, as a baby or a small child. This left imprints of trauma, anxiety, fear within your being. Most of you have not been taught that you can care for your inner child in order to find your healing and wholeness. And what this means is that you tune in to your inner child. This small, vulnerable, fragile being that has been hurt in your incarnation. And you ask it how you can support, how you can love, how you can nourish him or her. I will use this channel as an example again. What she has done in her healing is she carries her inner child on her chest. And if something is not feeling right, or if there's emotion that she does not understand, she looks down and asks her inner child, "What is it that you need, little one? How can I nourish and support you?" And because she has practiced listening, she always gets an answer. and can then nurture that little being that needs love and support. Dear ones, this is a practice, as is all of these things that I am sharing with you. Remember that your goal here is to develop mastery. And so practice and commitment and discipline are required. When you can truly heal your inner child, meaning you are attentive to that little being and providing it with nourishment, when you align your physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual bodies and all soul aspects, this, dear one, is when you can find your healing and wholeness. There is much, much more that I could say about this. But in order to give you a starting point and to keep this conversation succinct, this is all I will say at this time. It is very doable, dear ones. And you have the support of the hierarchy. Remember to ask for the support on your journeys. Thank you, dear ones. Wow, that was powerful and beautiful. I thank you for that inspiration and the beauty of that message, Prime Creator. I keep looking up as if he's right there. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'll see you next time.